It is with great sadness that I inform you the supreme appliance, the great vacuum, is dead.
Yes, finally!
It is time to unleash my devious plot.
And steal the newly vacant supreme seat.
And claim absolute power.
Who will apply themselves and claim supremacy when the dust settles?
Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice.
And today we're taking a look at Power Vacuum, the brand new game by Keen Bean Studio, who brought you Roll Camera.
That's right. This is a treasonous trick-taking game. Try saying that 3 times fast. Treasonous trick-taking.
I know you just did when you were warming up.
Yes, treasonous trick-taking. Anyways, this is a game where the supreme ruler, the great vacuum, has fallen, and now all of the other appliances are trying to fill this void, this vacuum, as you will. So let's go ahead and jump into this game.
So, Power Vacuum is a trick-taking game at its heart that is the core mechanic, but there are a couple of differences and a couple things built on top of it. So we are each sort of like political figures trying to vie for power, and the way that we do that is by winning or losing even potentially tricks. Now, all of our cards are going to have the suit color on the back of them. That's one of the kind of interesting things. So you already know what colors people have, with one exception. So there is a Trump suit, that is the red suit, which is violence. I think it's violence, money, media, and...
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. I picked the one you couldn't pronounce. Sorry. But basically, we have these different suits. There are also spy cards. So the spy cards is a different black suit that looks like the other suits on the back. So you actually don't know for sure if it's a spy card or if it's of that suit. Now the spy cards are quasi-trumps, so they actually beat the Trump suit. So let's say someone leads with a green, someone else plays a red, they're now going to win that. You now play a spy, that beats the Trump suit, so it beats the red that was played. Otherwise it's a normal suit card. So in addition to winning tricks, the way that you're going to earn points is going to be by correctly guessing who is going to have the most or the least power at the end of a round. You're going to do that with these agenda cards, which are double-sided. You can flip them over to decide which one's the most, which one's the least. And they're potentially going to overlap with other players. Now, you're not revealing those at the beginning of the round. You can choose when to reveal them, but based on how late you reveal them, you're going to be earning less and less points for committing to which ones you think are going to win or lose. So, a big part of this game is going to be, are you going to team up with other players? Are you going against other players? How are you going to read the battlefield to figure out who is going to win? And the way you influence that is by moving power between different political figures. Whoever plays the lowest numbered card, or numbered cards, it could be multiple players who all played a 1 or a 2, are all going to get to start by flowing electricity between 2 connected political figures on the board, and then unplugging one of the cords and plugging it into something else. Now in our prototype, this is 2 wooden pieces, but it will actually be a cord, I believe, with a plug between the 2, and you'll plug in a different set of 2 appliances.
Very cool.
And then the next player who would move it next is going to flow power and then move one of those plugs again, and thus you'll kind of set things up to potentially move it in one way or another as you choose. And that's most of the ways you can earn points. Every time you get 10 or more power, you're going to spend that power to get pieces to a statue. So you're going to start with a base, and then you're going to get like a bottom piece, a middle body piece, and then a head. You can choose any mixed match pieces that you want. Our prototype was cardboard, but this is going to actually be meeples, as I understand it, like wooden pieces to build your statue. So effectively, once you've gotten 40 points first, you will essentially be the winner once you build that statue.
So, first impressions of Power Vacuum. I think this game is absolutely adorable. If a game where you're trying to vie for power and like out-trick your friends and be the baddest political guy, it's really cute.
Also, the creators of Bark Avenue, we appreciate a title which has a pun in it.
Very much so. It's very, very cute. And then I love the artist from Keen Bean Studios. He also did the art for their other game, Roll Camera, and I just love how it does it. And they're always the designs of having the vacuum and having the different appliances. That's such a cute idea. So they're all trying to like it reminds me of like Brave Little Toaster. Like
it does,
who is gonna be the ruler
kind
of the
like
kitchen.
Like a Stalin Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I guess like what I found really cool about this game, it's obviously it's a straight up trick taking game, but the theme of it really shined through.
Yes.
What I think that I really liked about it was that it being a political game meant inherently you feel like, oh, there must be some sort of political negotiating aspect of it. It is not written anywhere in the rules that like we're supposed to be political about it, but our group love negotiation games. Like we were playing Sidereal Confluence the other night. Like we love these style of games. We were all like, you know, if you flow power from this one to this one, I'll flow power to this one, and I'll connect it to this one. So I will connect the toaster if you will connect the and flow the power to that way. So we were all kind of wheeling and dealing.
And you could be straight up lying because you could have spy cards where you're going to be doing a completely different thing.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I think that's what was so cool was it really lent itself to negotiation and tricking your friends and things like this, which it's kind of like you could play it not that way, but I don't feel like it'd be fun.
Well, no, some people don't enjoy negotiation. So I was going to say that I think, like, I like this game functions as a game where you can just play the trick-taking game as is, and it's fun and it's cute, and you get to build up the statues, which is fun. I like how you can pick up different parts of the statue, so you basically make your own monument for yourself. But it still functions without that negotiating aspect. And for the people that like to negotiate and like make political dealings, then that offers that to them as well. So it was a lot of fun.
I think it's the agenda cards that make it feel much more interactive to me. It's the fact that I have to unveil that I really want white to have the most power at the end. People are either inherently going to be against or for me. There could be other people who just want red to have the most, or there could be another person who wants white to be the least. So they're like actively counter what I want. You kind of have to like wheel and deal a little bit to like at least be like, no, please don't do that. You know.
And I think trick-taking being the theme, being the mechanic for a political game is really neat. I mean, I think that plays into it perfectly.
It does.
And for all of the components we know that are coming, I'm really excited about the plug-in board. We know Keen Bean Studio does a really great job with like different like mechanics because like things because like look at this awesome
it is very cool
clapper board they did for that box.
I don't know if it's necessarily negative. It's more just kind of around my point around the negotiation. There are only so many combinations of agenda cards, and one of the players at one of our tables commented that every single round they were like actively like completely left out of the negotiation, and that like we were after white and black or black and red or red and you know whatever. They had like the two totally different colors that we didn't even care about at all. And so like they didn't really have any buying power with us because like they weren't going for the same things we were going for. So I think it's just like at certain player counts or when certain cards come out in the agenda deck, it's easy for a player to feel like they got the short end of the stick. The way that you kind of can combat that, and this player did, was you just don't reveal your card. And if you don't reveal your card and you get both of them right, you could get the whole 16 points. And he managed to pull that off. So there are sort of counters, but I feel like this is something that if other reviewers say the same thing, I'd love to see maybe a potential tweak there before the final Kickstarter prints.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Now, it's good to say this isn't a super deep game, so it's not going to be like a really hard trick-taking game. It's pretty straightforward, but I think the twist of you having knowing what everyone's suits are before you play them is like a really interesting thing.
Yes, and I love that because you know when you know that, like, okay, so the lead suit was played, you have to play that color. If someone doesn't play that color, you're like, whoa, that's a spy, and you know it's a spy card. And I think that realization, especially the first couple times you play it, is really fun.
Yeah, that, and then I like that also to negate if like people are new to trick taking, you can also catch them like, hey, you do have that card in your hand, you need to play that, because sometimes in trick taking people just don't do it. Like they
That's true.
like, oh wait,
That's true.
I had to play that. Yeah, you had
That's
to
a good
play
point.
that.
Yeah.
So it catches those cheaters or innocent parties.
Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed this. Most of the people we played with enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it's been a lot of fun. And I'm excited for this campaign and excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I really like the professionalism of this creator and the team and the product that has come out on the other side. So if you are interested in helping bring this to life and you want to be a part of Power Vacuum, then you can go and check it out on Kickstarter. And thank you so much to Keen Bean Studio for providing us a review copy to be able to play and share with all of you. And I think that's all we have to say. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know whenever we put out a new video. And we'll see you next time.
Happy playing!